So Dragan, thank you for doing this, by the way. Can you update us about your height and your weight and your wingspan? And I know since the last summer, have you grown? Where are you at weight-wise now?
If I grow, I think I did, but I don't really follow it anymore. But I think I did grow like a couple more centimeters, and but I didn't measure it. And weight, I'm like right now I'm like 101 kilo, 102 kilos. I gained like 6 kilos this from the beginning of the season, and wingspan I really don't know. Probably stay the same or grow a little bit, but I didn't measure it.
Right. How would you describe the season so far? How do you think it's gone for you?
So far it's fine. It's a rough season, with a lot of upside down for a team and a lot of changes. We changed the coach and changed some players, but so far it's okay for me. And I'm trying to gain my minutes in the first team and in the EuroLeague basketball. Right now in the Euro Cup and the Israeli Championship. So for me it's really good. I'm learning and I'm trying to gain a lot of experience from the guys, from the players, and it's great so far.
Right. It seems like every time you come into the game, even if it's just for a few minutes, you don't try and hesitate to make your impact felt. A lot of guys in your situation in Europe, they come in, they try to blend in, not make mistakes, but it doesn't seem like that's been the case with you so far, even in the big games that you've played in.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I come into the game, I try to do something positive for a team, try to do the things that I'm supposed to do on the court, and even if I fall something sometimes, and it doesn't matter for me. I mean, it's a part of the game, and I'm a young player, and I'm still learning the game on the senior level, and that's it. I mean, I just try to do the things on the court that the coach and the team needs for me to do, and if I fall, I mean, that's just thing that's happened for a young player in the Euro.
Right. I was watching you yesterday in the practice, and it looked like you didn't want to be off the court. You kept saying, "I want to go back in. I want to go back in." What happened there? Why was that?
Basically, it was because I'm really frustrated because of this injury. It's taking too long because it's on the unusual spot on the ankle, and it's taking a lot more time than a usual ankle injury. So I really wanted to come to the practice and try to do some things because it's really so long that I didn't was on the court with the team doing something with the contact. And the last like 3-4 days I'm trying to do some usual exercises for running and shooting, and it's going so far. It's going great, but still the contact has changed the speed and direction. It still hurts, so I quit it yesterday.
Right. What surprised me was that when you finally did get into the practice, you weren't really taking it easy. You were running, you were jumping, you were sprinting, you were going full speed. I mean, to the point that you got hurt again. Was that just a product of your frustration, like you said?
When you step to the court and practice, I mean, it's 100% or it's you said on the sideline. But when I come to the court and when we start to play, I just wanted to see how my body is going to respond on the full speed, and if I'm ready still, or I need to take more time to rest and to absorb this ankle injury. So when I came into the practice, I just ran up and down and I tried to move my body, move my ankle, to see how it's going and how it's going to be. And when I landed with after the rebound, I saw it's still not for a full practice, so I sat on the sideline.
Right. People talk a lot about skills in basketball. They're usually talking about ball handling and passing and shooting and things like that. Do you think that effort is a skill, and do you think it's something that can maybe separate you as a player and give you an advantage over the competition?
Right now, there is a lot of great players, in the upcoming seasons, and I think small details gonna make changes between the good player and excellent player, and I just try to work on all these things that you just said, and try to improve all those little things, or little details in my game to be a competitive player with all these guys that are coming.
Right. With the amount of success that Kristaps Porzingis is having, it's inevitable that you're going to be compared to him over and over again by fans and the American media. How do you feel about that?
By me, it's fine. He's doing really good this season, and basically it's perfect for every European guy that is coming to States. Especially for big guys, and the people and the fans are gonna look to those guys. They're coming to the NBA differently, and I think the players and clubs are gonna treat them differently. So it's really good, and I'm really happy for him that he has this amazing season this year.
Right. Have you ever played against him, and what are your impressions of him?
I did. It was I think junior tournament in Barcelona, a junior EuroLeague tournament, and I was like playing with 2 years older guys. And it was my brother year, and like '95 and all that stuff. And we played against Cajasol. He was playing over there, and it was a pretty competitive game. Yeah, it was really nice. He was at that point. He was also a really good player, with the outside shot, with the deep range, and he was pretty good at that point.
Are you surprised by how quickly he's acclimated himself to the NBA?
Honestly, I didn't think so. He will adjust to the league this quickly, and it's amazing that he feel with the team and feel with the league so quickly, and become like one of the important pieces in New York basketball.
Right. What do you think are the biggest differences between your game and his?
I don't know. We have a lot of similar stuff in our game. We can both shoot from a 3-point. We can lead the break. We can pass the ball, and we can defend the multiple position. But I don't know. Basically, he has a lot more experience than I do in playing in Europe right now in NBA. Basically, that is.
So positionally, you think that it's possible that you might develop more kind of towards his direction, considering what you saw when he was in Seville. He was more like you. I mean, as like a kind of like a 3-4, whereas now he's really like a 4 who plays a lot of 5.
Basically, I just try to put my game out there, and try not to model my game after nobody. I try to build my own character, basketball character, and to be myself, on the court.
Right. You've surprised a lot of people this year with your shooting. That wasn't really considered one of your biggest strengths earlier in your career. What do you think the key to the improvement in that area was?
I did put a lot of work on the shooting part back in Croatia, when I was also back in Croatia, also last year in Maccabi, in this summer when I was off the national team. I came back to Croatia, and I worked really really hard on the shooting part, and I did a pretty good improvement. And so far my shot is really good, and I came to the point where I can manage my shot. If it's go down on my hand, the mechanics, and I came to this point when I can, see all those little things that the coach teach me to see, and to change my shot if it's not going well. And it's great so far.
Right. Your body seems to be filling out rapidly over the last year or two. Is that just a matter of you getting older and more physically mature, or have you been putting a lot of work in the weight room?
Basically, I did put a lot of work in the weight room, but I try to, put a hard work in the weight room, but also not to lose agility and mobility. And I try to put away, but like I said, not to lose all those things, and that keeps me, all this quickness and the speed. And I have this program in Maccabi that I put like a 6 kilos from the beginning of the season. That I didn't put like fat percentage and all that stuff. So it's pretty good this season, and I try to improve it every day.
Right. You're still only 18. What kind of process do you think it's going to be like physically over the next few years? Is it going to come really quickly, like with Porzingis, where he just kind of really filled out, or do you think it's going to be like, are you not in that much of a rush to get there, like you said, with your agility and all that?
I'm definitely not in so much rush about the physical part. I am in a rush with all these fundamental things, and I know that this physical part is gonna come, with the years and with the extra work and with all these food supplements and food programs. So those things are gonna come. I'm focused on these little things and little details in my game.
Right. How do you think you fit into the way that the NBA is evolving with your size and skill and the emphasis that we're seeing now on spacing and less on power?
When I watched a lot of games this year in the NBA, and there's a lot of one-on-one plays, and there's not so much like in Europe, the tactical part of the offense and the defense. There's everything one-on-one, and like I said, all those details makes players different from one to another, and these things, these little details, gonna help me to adjust to the league and to adjust to the place.
Are any teams that you've enjoyed watching that you kind of go out of your way maybe to watch and study?
I watch a lot. Also this year, I watch a lot of the San Antonio Spurs because of their style of the basketball. But this year and the last year, I also watch a lot of Golden State Warriors because it's amazing how they play. And it's something new, something like new kind of basketball. It's just amazing.
Do you feel like you're ready to compete at that level right now? And what parts of your game do you feel like are NBA ready? And what do you think need to improve to become NBA ready?
To come to NBA ready, I really need to improve all those things in my game and try to put them on the higher level and try to put them on the NBA level. And it's really hard to achieve those levels, but I'm really working hard to do that. And like I said, those little things are separating me from the players that are playing the NBA, and I just want to finish this season, and see how my body, how my fundamentals are gonna be, and try to decide what's gonna be in the next season.
Right. Who is helping you to get familiar with the NBA game? Is there anybody giving you advice on the differences between Europe and the NBA? About the length of the season, about practices, about training, about all that stuff?
I had a couple of guys this season in my locker room, and they share, and we talk a little bit about the NBA. They talk to me about all this stuff that's going on in the NBA with the practices, with the games, troubles, and lifestyle, and I really learn a lot. And all these guys that work with me, like Nico and my coaches, really helping me about that, and try to involve themselves with the NBA style and with all those lifestyles and game and practices.
Thank you so much, Dragan. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.